Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another Rangers of Shadowdeep playthrough with me, Owen Staton. This game is called The Hospital. This is game number 4 of the Burning Light adventures that we're putting together, the Burning Light campaign, and our party, who you may have followed in previous adventures, has moved onwards to the old hospital wing of the convent. Please excuse my voice once again. Those of you who have watched the previous video will know that I am unfortunately suffering from COVID, so things have been a bit tough over the last couple of days, but I'm here now playing games and feeling a lot better. But please excuse my voice, it's not what it usually is. But thank you for sticking with us, and thank you for enjoying the games with me here. Please go back and watch some of the previous games, because what you may have noticed is I am putting a narrative through the adventures, which is making sure that we have a story that goes with the adventures of Gawroon here, the bringer of the light, who has ventured into the shadowdeep, into the Convent of St Emilia, looking for the decanter of burning light, which could help bring the light back to Alador, where the shadowdeep is slowly creeping in. Things have gone really tough for the group as they've gone in here through the different adventures. We managed to get through the gatehouse. We went from the gatehouse to the ruined chapel, where Chi-Chi, our scout, who was here, was badly injured. Thankfully, Chi-Chi is now back joining us. But last game, we lost Kopet, who is Gawroon's mentor, and we also lost Zol, our barbarian, a loyal follower of Gawroon, in unusual circumstances involving Halbarad, the apprentice here. So if you want to go back and watch that, and watch the narratives, which are only a few minutes long, that I put in between the games, that'll give you an understanding of the greater story that's ongoing. But here we are in the hospital wing. Now, I'm having to go with what I have in my collection in order to provide the game for you. This is the dungeon layout. This is the door where the party have entered. We've got 2 pillars in the ruins of the hospital wing, and these in the scenario are actually beds, but they're just detritus. And each one of these items here, these areas, is an area of interest, which makes it possible that our group can explore the area a bit more and find out what's going on. There is a door leading from the hospital here, and inside, as we start and as we enter the room, and the room is filled with cobwebs. The party can barely see as they enter. The party can barely move. They're down to half movement for this adventure just because the cobwebs just cover the room from ceiling to floor. And in there already are 2 giant spiders awaiting. We have a couple of things to bear in mind. In this scenario, we're down to half movement, and also we're -1 on our fight characteristic. Also, all our party are on half wounds because of where they were previously. They've been badly injured with little time to rest. So it's going to be a tough game and a tough adventure. Who knows what's going to happen, but we are going to be here to discover it. Will Gawroon find the decanter of burning light? Let's hope so. Well, here we go. You can see the dice there. I'll just make sure that everything's in view for you all. There we go, that's great. And I can see that we're about to start. Okay, turn 1. In Rangers of Shadowdeep, the ranger goes first. Gawroon is my ranger, and he is going to move. He has a move of 6. He's going to double move, so he normally has a move of 9 on a double move, so that brings him down to 4.5. So he just strides in to the room here, thrusting his way through the cobwebs, breaking the webs, trying to find and get a bearing on the room. Any hero or any companion within 6 inches of him now gets to move. So Halbarad, the same. Quen, the archer, our hero of 2 games ago. Chi-Chi, the scout. And Kriva, the swordswoman. Her and Chi-Chi are going to explore this area here. Out of the darkness, out of the mist, out of the webs, they hear a scuttering and a screeving as something makes its way along the floor. It's now the turn of the enemies. We have 2 giant spiders. Now these do not suffer a movement penalty. They can move 6. So scuttling towards the nearest enemies, in this case Gawroon. There's a spider there. And this one attacks out of nowhere Creever, the swordswoman. It rushes across the floor, scuttering, breaking, moving, making the webs as it moves, and comes into contact with Creever. And all of a sudden, battle is joined over there. Okay, I've got my stats all sort of lined up here. Now, Creever is my best fighter. Now that we've lost Zoe, she has +4 to fight, and the skeleton has a +0. So she has an advantage. The skeleton will be using the grey and yellow dice, and Creever will be using the white dice. I'll try and roll them so you can see them. But look at that. Creever gets a 19. Fantastic roll for her. So that gives her a total of 23 to the spider's roll of 13. That is a good win. The spider rushes out of the darkness, but Creever brings her sword out, swishes it round her head, and catches the spider cold. Spider's got an armour of 8. So take away 8 from her 23. That gives us 15. She hits it for 15 points of damage. Now it's only got 4 points of damage, so she cuts it in 2, and the spider falls to the ground, dead, spasming on the floor. What a start. Excellent, good stuff from Creever. Maybe there is hope for us here in the hospital wing. Okay, it's the end of the turn, so I draw an event card. It's the 3, it's a red 3. So it's red 3 in this scenario. Oh, I haven't read the introduction to you. How remiss of me. At one time, the hospital of the Convent of St Emilia was famous throughout Laurentia and even Alador for its success in ministering to the sick and wounded. Now its stones are cracked, its doors are broken, and as you step inside, you are immediately confronted with a nightmare of gigantic webs that stretch from one side of the room to the other. There are numerous beds, or ruins, most of them covered in giant web cocoons. You will have to hack your way through the sticky mess here, as you are fully aware where there are webs, there are spiders. Well, spider at the moment. But the 3 red is place 1 spider, giant spider, on top of points of interest, D and F. Gosh, that's another 2 giant spiders. Right, well, let's bring this one back on. These are C, D, E, F. Okay, here. So, no, sorry, C, D, E, F. So we have giant spider on the red 3, points of D and F. Right, so there's a giant spider here. And also, I don't mess about here when I say there's a giant spider here. The queen spider that shuffles out of the darkness at the end of that turn. Wow, okay. I can see this is going to be tough. I think there's going to be spiders keep emerging from the webs out of the darkness. But here we go. It's turn 2, and everyone, touch wood, is still alive. Right. Gawroon, the bringer of the dawn. The spider is right in front of him. Gawroon, he can't move a great distance because of the powers, the webs. But he's going to use his magic bolt, which is a +5 spell, and fire it at the spider. He's the white dice, the spider is the grey. He mutters a language as old as the mountains, as capricious as the sea, and casts the spell, which blasts across the room. Even with a +5, that's an 8. Spider scores an 11, so the spell just blasts across and hits the wall over here. That's quite bad, isn't it? But he has a second action, and that second action is going to bring him into combat with the spider. Gawroon has fight +5. Here he goes. Oh, now then. He scored, we saw that, he scored a 20 to the spider's 10. That gives him a score of 25 to the spider's score of 10. Beats the spider's armour by 17 and cuts it in 2. The spider shudders and falls to the ground dead. That's pretty good, isn't it? Okay, heroes within 6 inches of Gawroon. Yeah, it just about is. That's just about everybody. So, making our way, half movement, remember? So she is 3.5, 3.5, so 7. Creever is going to rush forward towards this area here. And so is Chi-Chi. Is going to rush forward to explore this way. Quen is going to move forward slightly, and finding a small gap in the webs is going to fire a bow, a deadly shot at the spider coming towards us. Now, she is a good shot, this Gwen. She has saved us on a couple of occasions, but we're going to use her here, and I know her bow shoot is +2, so here we go. Oh, 5 against 19 though, the arrow just fires off. The giant spider is unharmed by it. Okay. And Halbarad is going to take a little bit of cover here. He's got a fireball spell, but that is really good for causing damage to people in near each other. There's no point actually doing it for one spider, I don't think. Okay, evildoer's turn. The spider, you can see Gawroon is going to rush forward here and fight him. One spider is slain, but another has just crawled out of the black darkness. Neither of them are masters. Gawroon scores 1, +5 is 6. Spider scores 2. That's it for him. But the 6 is not enough to beat the spider's armour, so all Gawroon does is knock the spider back on that occasion, thrusting him back with his staff, so the spider scuttles back into the webs. This one is going to move towards Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi has got to fight at +2, spider +0. Here we go. Oof, okay, Chi-Chi wins. He scores a 10, and the spider scores a 9. So Chi-Chi wins, and actually, because the spider's armour is only 8, he does 2 points of damage to the spider. So hitting it with his spear, he knocks the spider back. It's only got 4 hit points. So green blood splurts out from the spider, which is knocked backwards. Okay, very good. Right, okay, that's the end. Well, it's time for the next. We've got red 6. A large section of the webs running across the ceiling collapses, and thousands of tiny spiders rain down on the heroes. Make a +0 attack against each of the heroes. The attack does -2 damage, but is poisonous. Okay, the roof collapses. Spiders start crawling everywhere. It's what we are doing. It's us making our way through here, breaking the webs. Here against Halbarad. Halbarad is fine. He scores 14. Here against Gawroon. Gawroon, okay. Gawroon with 11 scores. +5 is 16. The webs score a 17. +2. No, it's a 17 against Gawroon there. Okay, Gawroon's armour is 12, so he would normally hit him for 5, but he actually hits him for 3 points of damage because it's -2. He only started on 8, so he's now down to 5 hit points. Oof! These tiny spiders crawl all around him, biting him, little bites everywhere. Whew. Sinister, horrible. But the bringer of the light can still bring the light. Gwen has scored a score of 12 compared to the spider's 11, so that is fine for her. Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi once again wins through with a 17 against 10, and Kriva 17 against 9. So relatively unharmed, and no new creatures onto the board, which is always a good sign as we move into turn 3. Okay. Right, on this occasion, we start with Gawroon. Okay, so Gawroon is going to step forward and fight the spider in front of him. +5 to the spider's +0. Scores 10, so that's 15 compared to the spider's 7. Therefore, he hits the spider for 7 points when you take away the spider's armour of 8. Stabs it through the heart, and it dies right in front of us. Okay, that's one move. And with that, he's going to move 3 inches towards this point of interest here. Okay, Gwen. She's going to move there and fire at that spider, which is on 2 hit points. Here it goes. She scores a 6. With a score of 8, it's not enough to beat the spider's armour, even though he only scores a 4. So her arrow just bounces off his caprice's hide, which is horrible. And now Halbarad, he's moving forward towards this piece here as quick as he possibly can. Now, because these are more than 6 inches away, it's now the spider's turn. So the spider scuttles forward to fight with Chi-Chi once more. This time Chi-Chi scores a 12. That gives him a 14 to the spider's 5. The spider is knocked back and slain. Okay, we are clear, in the clear once more. Right, Creever is going to point A there to find out what's going on. It's a locked closet. The figure may attempt to either pick a lock, target number 10, or a strength roll, target number 15 to open it. It may make any of these rolls as many times as possible. Well, she's quite mighty, is Creever. Okay, she is actually a mighty hero who has a strength of +3. So she's going to have a go at trying to smash it open. Has she got the power? No. Unfortunately, the lock holds. Chi-Chi, pick lock expert, there's a pick lock of +3, is going to try and open it. So he's going to try with a target number of 10. Yes! Embarrassing Creever as she steps back, rubbing her shoulder. Chi-Chi manages to open and find out what's inside. See note 945. The cabinet contains all kinds of salves, ointments and potions. A quick rummage through produces 3 healing potions. Any figure can pick up these potions if it has the item slots to carry them. Excellent. Chi-Chi has now got 3 healing potions. That is excellent news for the party. Excellent news for us. Good stuff. 3 healing potions. Brilliant stuff. Okay. But that is the end. Nobody else can explore anything further because that is the end of this turn, apart from our draw of the card, which is the 5 of hearts. 5 of hearts, what can that be? All figures must make a strength roll, target number 12, or get tangled in the webs and lose their next activation. That could be nasty, couldn't it? Okay, let's start with Halbarad. Halbarad loses his turn. Gawroon loses his turn. Quen loses her turn. The webs have gone thick since the roof came down. Chi-Chi, what a hero, manages to burst through and can still move. And Creever, she loses her turn. So the only one who can make a turn here in turn 4 is actually going to be Chi-Chi. Okay, Chi-Chi, done us proud. Steps forward here and explores what is point C. A giant cocoon has been completely enveloped this bed. Make a strength roll, target number 8, to get inside it. Okay, let's see if he can do it. The rest has done wonders to Chi-Chi. He manages to break open the web there and move in. See note 718. Okay. Inside the cocoon, you find a desecrated corpse of what you suspect was an old man. This corpse has a golden medallion around his neck. Gain 2 experience points and make an ancient law roll, target number 8, if successful. Chi-Chi? No. As a chimp, his ancient law isn't where it should be, so he fails the ancient law check, which is a shame, but hey, that's pretty good, isn't it? Okay, but still no new creatures, which is good news. Right, everyone manages to cut themselves free of the webs and carry on with the scenario. Gawroon steps forward and tries to explore this item here, which is this ruined area, which is actually down as E. Item point A. A giant web cocoon has completely enveloped the bed again. Make a strength roll, target number 8, to get inside it. Right, let's have a look, see what he can do. He scores a 5, but what is his strength? He's a tough guy. He has but no bonuses on his strength, so no, he fails to get inside. Quen will step forward and try this one here, which is actually place D. Giant web cocoons completely envelop the bed. Yep, strength roll again. Quen manages to break in. She breaks into the bed through the webs and gets into the bed there. D, okay, successful. See note 675. What's in there? Inside the cocoon is a desecrated corpse of a young man. Something horrendous happened here, didn't it? Clutched in his hand is a half-finished letter to his wife. She almost certainly died when Laurentia fell, but you decide to take the letter just in case. Gain 5 experience points. Quite a nice little find there for Quen. A symbol of what once was in this great kingdom, which has now been overrun. I hope one day we can help. Okay, let's have a look. Halbarad is going to move there and explore that area. That's area F. Okay, area F. A giant web cocoon to completely envelop the bed. Strength roll, target number 8. No, he can't break through. So there, we're stuck here at the moment. And Kriva, this area has been explored, hasn't it? So she's going to make her way slowly over here with Chi-Chi. Right. What's the Shadowdeep going to bring to us today? 2 of diamonds. Place 1 giant spider at top of points interest G and F. G and H, sorry. Now they are back here, which I haven't labelled. So they're actually the pillars we'll take in my scenario here. So, which we haven't explored actually. Down the pillars, the spiders scuttle down. Quickly we move across, hearing the noise. Oh, all of a sudden they're all around us. But we're all still here, and that's good. Gawroon, target number 8. Oh, he manages to break through quite easily this time. Manages to break through, and what does he find in E? 598. Okay. 598 is you rip open the cocoon, but only a few things. The only few things inside are a few bits of metal, a belt buckle, and a few buttons. Well, that's a waste, isn't it? It's a shame. But never mind. With that action, with the second action, he's going to turn around and he's going to fire. No, he's not. He's used his magic bolt. So he's going to stand there and just look at the spider coming close to him, watching Halbarad. Halbarad tries the same. A 3 very feeble attempts from Halbarad. And Quen is close by. Oh, she scores a 12. She manages to break in this time. D, number 675. Let's have a look. What is 6? Inside the cocoon's a desecrated corpse of a young man. Oh no, it's the letter. We found that. We found it last time, didn't we? Silly me. Instead of that then, Quen moves to there and will fire a bow at the spider who's approaching. +2 against the spider's +0. A tremendous shot. A roll of 20. That's +3 damage before we start. The arrow fires out, and just as the spider reaches the floor at the bottom of the pillar, it sticks in its heart and kills it. Slays it dead. Good shot, Quen. Proud of you. Okay. It's now the spider's turn. Now, I believe the closest of the heroes here is actually going to be Quen. So this spider scuttles down, and while her attention is drawn to the pillar, the spider on that pillar, the spider attacks. She turns on just in time, but probably not quick enough. Oh, 18 to her score of 10. That's a big hit on Quen there. Her armour is 10. She takes 8 hit points of damage. She only started the game on 7. So it goes down under the claws and the biting mouth or pincers of the spider. Starts to wrap her in a web. That is frightening. Right, Kriva, where are you? Out of the darkness, through the webs, rushes Kriva, the swordswoman. And well, she did come as well. She scores a score of 19. Smash. Kills the spider outright. Dies straight away. It's a good save. Okay. And Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi is going to examine this item here, this place. Did I check it? I can't remember, but I'm going to check anyway. That's C. Strength roll, target number 8. He finds, he breaks in. He's good. Okay. C, that's 718. Let's have a look what is here. Inside the cocoon, you find desecrated corpse. What you suspect is, oh, it's the golden. Yes, he did the ancient law roll, didn't he? My memory's not what it is, folks, is it? COVID affects you in all ways, I tell you. Okay, that is the end of the turn. Okay, so the only place we haven't explored Yeah, we have explored that one. We haven't explored this one, have we? Right, and we need to get out over here. This turn, 7 of clubs. Now this is a shadow deep, a 7 of spades. This is a shadow deep card. Not red, it's not part of the scenario, it's part of the shadow deep cards which represent the shadow deep coming closer and closer. It's the 7 of spades. Okay. A swirling darkness suddenly coalesces into a shadow knight. Place the shadow knight in the centre of a randomly determined table edge. The shadow knight follows the standard rule for evil creatures. Whenever a figure moves into the combat with the shadow knight, or the shadow knight moves into a combat with a figure, see note 435. 1 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20. Luckily for us, the shadow knight emerges over there. Remind me to check the note if he gets in combat, which I think he will. Okay. I believe I have a shadow knight card as well, thanks to my friend Sid, who's given me these cards. Yes, here he is. A shadow knight, as if by magic. Powerful creature. Move of 6, fight +4, strength +0, armour of 12. Only the 1 wound though. Sorry, no. Will +0. Hits 14. Okay. Half damage from non-magic weapons. So we're doing only half damage on him. Right. Here we go. Okay. Gawroon. It's going to pick Quen up. Shows up being a hero really is. Calls to Halbarad. Check that last place, Halbarad. He is going to check the pillar and then take Quen to safety. That's his turn this turn though. He can't check it this turn. Halbarad is going to try here. Oh, and finally at last manages to break in through the webs to find out what is inside. That is F note 407. Okay, let's have a look. You rip open the cocoon, but only skeletal remains are to be found inside. It's a bit of a waste really, wasn't it? Oh, okay. Shadow Knight. I say he's not affected by the webs, being an evil creature. So just rushes forward, blocking Creever almost. She got the courage. I know she's got the courage to fight him, but has she got the strength of arms to beat him, defeat him, or leave us in a worse mess? You know what? She's a follower of the bringer of the light, the shadow deep. These evil creatures come from nowhere, don't they? And what are we here for? We're adventurers. We're going to do good at the end of the day. Charge! In she comes to fight. Both have +4, so it's a full-on even fight. Wow, she starts really well with a roll of 16 to the Shadow Knight's 15. So therefore the Shadow Knight scores a score of 19, she scores a score of 20. Brilliant. What a fantastic hit. Okay, she scores a score of 20, take away the armour of 12, that's 8 hit points on the Shadow Knight, but he is, of course, takes half damage, so only takes half of it, takes 4 hit points. He's down to 10. And then, what did it say? It said that we had to look up one of the notes if the creature, C note 435, got into combat. The Shadow Knight turns out to be an illusion. Immediately remove it from the table. Wow. Her sword just swishes through thin air. And what we thought was a shadowy knight is actually nothing. Okay, we'll take that. I think it's time we left, folks. I think it's time we got out of here. Chi-Chi, move as quickly as you can. In fact, though, examine the pillar. What can you find? What can you find around the pillar? And the spiders came down from there, didn't they? What can we find before we leave? And we must leave quickly. I got a feeling we're going to be overrun soon. It's, number G. It's letter G. A giant web cocoon again. Strength roll target of 8. Oh, 1. He couldn't possibly have been any worse, could it? Right. Yeah, but Chi-Chi's done well this game. He's done very well. Right. Yep, that's that there. So right, we're straight back in here now with the card, and it's the ace, the red ace. Okay, place one giant spider on top of place of interest C. Another spider emerges here. I think they're all crawling out of cracks in the floor. Gawroon. He's checking out the last place of interest. He fails again, though he's carrying Quen on his back. Don't know what he's going to do. Halbarad, move into there. Checks it out. I think 12 is going to be fine. It's a B, a lock closet. A figure may attempt to pick the lock. Oh, he's done the pick lock. Target number 10, or a strength roll. Target number 15 to open it. Note 837. Okay. What do you find, Halbarad? The closet is mostly filled with bed linens and towels. Make a perception roll, target number 8 if successful. See note. What? He's very successful. He's very perceptive. Note 222. What's he got? Stuffed in the bottom of the closet, hidden underneath some towels, is a decanter. For a moment you thought you had found what you were seeking. However, this decanter doesn't match the description of the decanter of burning light. This is a plain porcelain decanter. You are about to toss it aside when you notice the smell coming from inside it. Looking within, you see that it is filled with some sweet-smelling herb. Gain 10 experience points. This adventure plays with emotions, doesn't it? Gosh, I thought we were there then. Halbarad, sorry, my friend. Right. Spider's turn. Quen is, Kriva, sorry, is within 6 that way. She is going to move double, which is going to make a 3.5 towards the door. Okay. Then the spider comes up to attack. She turns around at the last minute and does really well. Scores a score of 13 to the spider's score of 3. So he beats the spider. Spider's got a target number of 8. So beats the spider by 5 points. Spider's got 4 hit points. Another spider is slain. Okay. There's only 2 turns left. I know we've got the end of my dice there, but 8 of clubs. Shadowdeep card again. 8 of clubs. The heroes hear a deep growl, and suddenly a large wolf comes bounding in. Place the wolf in the centre of a randomly determined table edge. The wolf follows all standard rules for evil creatures. Well, there's only a few places it could come in, but since the roof has collapsed, we could say that it can bound in from above. 1 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20. 1 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15. Oh, it's going to come out of the door in front of us. Put a wolf here as well. There we go. Oh, okay, just when we thought we were going to be clear. Do I have a wolf card? Yes, I have. It's almost like it's one I did earlier, isn't it? Okay, the wolf is here. Didn't really want to see him there, did we? Gawroon, check the tower, the pillar once more. Yes, scores a 12. Okay, G, 355. What can he find? 355. 355. As you tear open the cocoon, thousands of small spiders scuttle out. Make a +2 attack against the figure that opened the cocoon and any other hero within 2 inches. The attack does -2 damage, but is not poisonous. Oh, it's these again. 2 inches, so it's going to be Kriva and Gawroon. Okay, so take that away. Gawroon scores 11, that's 15 to their 6, so no damage from him. Kriva, 20. Cometh the hour, cometh the Kriva. She's done amazingly well. Okay, he's checked here, hasn't he? You know what? He's going to let that fireball go against the wolf. It's a +3 shooting attack. We need to leave the board now. Whoops. Let's have a look. It rolled off the table. Let's roll it again. 9-9. So, yeah, he scores a score of 12 compared to the wolf, who has a fight of +1, score of 10. It just singes him though, and does. Let's have a look. He does 12. Take away the armor. 2 points of damage to the wolf, which has got 6 hit points. So, yep, he fires a fireball. Boom! It explodes and lights up the room, and lots of the webs start to burn. Hopefully not before we get out. Right. That is everybody there. The wolf, okay. Who is the closest hero to the wolf? Halbarad, 5 inches. Creever, 4 inches. Charges at Creever, the swordswoman. That's what I wanted really there. Because she comes back with an amazing shot there. She scores 22 to his score of 16. So therefore she's beaten his armour by 12 and he's only got 4 hit points left. And he slumps to the ground, dead. Well done, Creever. Okay. Chi-Chi. Did he check the pillar? Did he check the pillar? My memory isn't what it is, guys. He succeeded. Let's check if he did anyway. That is target G35. Yeah, he has, isn't he? 355 is familiar to me. Boom, boom, boom. Tail cocoon open the spider. No, I've written the wrong one. Is it? Are they both the same? G and H. What was H? H. Sorry, guys. 251. The cocoon itself is empty, but under the bed you find a long wooden box. Opening the box, you discover a bow and a quiver full of arrows. These may be given to any hero who can use a bow, and as the item space is available. Make an armory roll, target number 8. He knows a bit about bows, even as a chimp. See note 107. 2 of the arrows in the quiver are magic arrows. The cost +2 damage when they hit. Great. Well, we have an archer who is deserving of that, don't we? If we can just get her off the board alive. Okay, the end of the turn. It's the 4 of diamonds. All figures must make a strength roll or get tangled in webs and lose their next activation. Okay. Target number 11. Okay. Fine. Halbarad is mighty. Creever. Oh, mighty. Another 20. Gawroon, 14. Quen is unconscious. Chi-Chi, 14. We can all use both activations. It's the last turn, so nothing is coming to get us. And we all take our time and leave the hospital wing as best we can. Whew. Well, that was actually better than I thought. The group, the Bringer of the Dawn, is still alive. We can heal up, ready for the next battle. And we've gained a new few items as well. But let's check on Quen. Let's make sure she's okay, ready for the next game. We did all right there. They didn't manage to overwhelm us. We didn't get a load of creatures coming in, which would cause us issues. So yeah, we found a decanter, but not the decanter of light. So we're okay. Let's check the table for Quen. A 2. Quen has died. Quen leaves the party. That's a terrible blow for us. Here in the hospital, the Convent of St Emilia, our hero who managed to save the day in the ruined chapel, our hero who challenged Halbarad, which he felt his actions were unjust, has now fallen to the poisonous bite of a spider. Quen is no more. There's only 4 heroes left to march further in. What will come of them? I don't know. But thank you for watching. I had a really good time playing this today. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. Diolch yn fawr. I have a storytelling channel called Time Between Times Storytelling. Please check that out and like and subscribe. I also have a podcast, Time Between Times Podcasting. So please, if you like myths and legends and storytelling, please give that a look as well. And please like and subscribe to this channel as well, because it makes me think that I'm not just talking to myself and that these adventures are being enjoyed by other people as well. Thank you ever so much. I shall see you soon. Goodbye.